Tonight, two little Adelaide girls, their whereabouts unknown. Loved ones and the police fearing for their safety.
A heartwarming moment at the Adelaide Cup. The partner of a badly injured local jockey takes her place in the saddle for the main race.
The long weekend comes to a horror end on the roads as police keep a close eye on returning holidaymakers.
The final steps in the historic AUKUS submarine deal, the defence pact to create 20,000 jobs.
And no luck for the Aussies, but a night to remember at the Oscars with a historic win.
This is Adelaide's 9 News.
Good evening. Two Adelaide sisters, just 6 and 8 years old, are tonight missing, with loved ones and police holding grave fears for their welfare.
It's suspected the girls are with their mother, who has limited access to the pair, prompting a desperate plea for their safe return.
Two little sisters, Indiana and Daniela, are playing at home. But tonight, the 6 and 8-year-olds are missing.
This is the scariest thing that any parent could ever go through. I can't.
It's been an agonising 48 hours for the girls' father Brodie and stepmum Stephanie. The sisters were on a supervised 4-hour visit on Saturday morning with their mother, but they never returned and the alarm was raised.
The most concerning and worrying state that we've been in. Scary. We're wishing that they're coming home. The worst thing is not knowing where they are. That's the worst thing.
It's been over 2 days since the young girls were seen. Police now hold grave fears about their welfare, issuing a public alert.
They've got school, they've got friends, they've got so many people that are concerned. The whole school knows everything now. They are all worried.
Stephanie and father Brodie have barely slept over the past couple of days. They, along with police, are pleading with anyone with information about the girls' whereabouts to come forward.
Someone knows and someone needs to tell us now because it's getting too late.
At the time of their disappearance, Indiana, who has long blonde hair, was wearing a Minnie Mouse t-shirt and sparkly leggings, while her sister Daniela, who has long brown hair, was wearing a long-sleeve Minnie Mouse dress. Kate, anyone who sees them is urged to contact Crime Stoppers immediately.
Keziah, thank you. One of South Australia's top jockeys, Jamie Carr, remains in a Melbourne hospital with serious head injuries after a shocking race fall on Saturday. Her partner, Ben Melham, stepped in to ride her horse on a day she was due to defend her Adelaide Cup title.
It's the horse hometown hero Jamie Carr was supposed to ride.
Looks great in the yard, this horse. I haven't seen him wander around with such purpose in a long time. If he runs up to his looks, he'll be in it for a long way.
Her partner Ben Melham taking the saddle in her place, hoping for a fairy tale finish and looking in control for most of the race.
Edging off the rail now, Persan with a maid.
But it wasn't to be. Persan fading late, galloping into 6th place. Carr remains in hospital following a horrific fall at Flemington on Saturday, dashing her hopes of back-to-back Adelaide Cups.
And it's Jamie Carr's to save her. Deshaun Sweet Jr. beat Tiger.
The 27-year-old's condition improved overnight from critical to stable this morning. Melham tweeting she has no bleeding, swelling or fractures and that she remains heavily sedated to allow her brain to rest. The racing community wishing Carr well, hoping for her speedy return.
She is the best. So it's great to hear that she's stable now, but thoughts are with her from the entire SA racing community. From our point of view, it's great to see Ben Melham come over and ride for her.
Yeah, well, I think everybody wanted her last year when she rode the winner. I think people were coming here expecting her to ride another winner today.
She was up for a big day today, so but hope she's healing and doing really well.
The SA Jockey Club says more than 6,500 flocked through the gates today. Cup Day's biggest crowd in 4 years. No shortage of colour at the Cup in Morfettville. Protesters made their silent stand outside. Punters flocked to the betting ring. And fashions flourished on the field.
There was a theme, it had to be pink.
And we have to wear our horsey earrings.
Yeah,
it's awesome. I mean, you don't all get to dress up like this all the time.
Sam Mills, 9 News.
A man remains in a serious condition at the Royal Adelaide Hospital tonight following a major crash at Reedy Creek. Ainsley Kosh is live with the details. Ainsley, police are now investigating.
Brenton, it has been a busy day on our roads for police as travellers make their way home from their long weekend getaways. Now, major crash officers are looking into a two-car collision which occurred on the Princes Highway around 10 o'clock this morning. A 19-year-old man from Victoria, who was the driver of the four-wheel drive, had to be airlifted to the Royal Adelaide Hospital in a serious condition, while his passenger and two others in a Kia were taken to the Kingston Hospital with minor injuries. The highway only reopened at 3 o'clock this afternoon, and police are now investigating the circumstances of the crash. Meanwhile, a man has been caught driving on his vehicle's rims in Whyalla this morning. Police reporting the man for allegedly drink driving and driving while unlicensed. He'll need to front court at a later date. Now, patrols are conducting a series of RBTs across the state to monitor driver behaviour as they make their way home this long weekend. They are hoping to keep this long weekend fatality-free, Kate, given the horror start to our year. Police say this is the worst road toll they've seen since 2010.
It is shocking, Ainsley. Thank you. Fire crews have raced to extinguish a blaze threatening a business on Vinray Street in the city this afternoon. The rubbish fire causing smoke damage to a room inside the building after the smoke spread through a broken window. Thankfully, no one was inside at the time.
A family's Golden Grove home has been destroyed after fire ripped through the property this morning. Crews were called to Underwood Close around 10:30, where flames and dark smoke was billowing from the one-storey house. The three occupants managed to evacuate and were treated for cuts and smoke inhalation.
It just went poof, and it all came out. It looked like a mushroom.
We went in with breathing apparatus, and that's the only way that we were able to actually enter the property at that stage and put the fire out.
The damage bill is around $350,000.
A group of thieves have been caught on camera breaking into cars in the southern suburbs. Security cameras capturing three people sneaking through the streets of Shido Park. As you can see, the trio, dressed in black with their faces covered, rummaged through the car in the early hours of this morning. Residents in the area are warned to keep their cars locked.
A man has been arrested after a crash at Christie's Beach. The car crashed into a Stobie pole on Gilbert Road last Wednesday. A 25-year-old female passenger suffered serious injuries and was rushed to hospital. Major crash officers interviewed the driver yesterday and charged him with dangerous driving causing serious harm and driving without due care. The 24-year-old man was bailed to appear in court in April.
By this time tomorrow, we'll know the details of one of the most significant defence deals in our country's history. The Prime Minister says the AUKUS submarine pact marks a new dawn for Australia and one that will create tens of thousands of jobs.
Strolling into a whole new era.
A new dawn in San Diego and a new dawn for Australia's defence policy tomorrow.